You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
I'm locked in. I'm recording.
I'm one with the sound waves.
Yes. Yeah, I'm all in those audio waves right now. I have never been more curious about this image that you have provided us today.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride.
Welcome to Into the Twilight. We're here.
Yeah.
We're persevering.
Yeah.
Nevertheless,
Mm-hmm.
I am so excited for everyone who is finally getting back on the Robert Pattinson train.
Ugh,
It's never
what
been
a
a
good
better
time.
time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you all. So welcome.
You're here and your family, come on in.
Right. It's never been a better time because he is booked and he is also busy right now. So congratulations.
Yeah, it's more of a feat to go to the movie theater and not accidentally see a Robert
him.
Pattinson
Yeah.
flick. Yeah, it's really hard work.
Yeah, if you somehow watched a movie from the last 2 years and not seen him in it, that is more that's honestly a flex at this point. I need to know how you are doing desperately.
Absolutely. I'm here. I'm living. I'm bringing a show to the space. Okay. And it is a show that has enchanted me, entranced me.
Okay.
Something I've been curious about for a long time. But up until a week or so ago, it has not been available to stream in the United States.
Oh, okay.
And that show is Nirvana the Band, the show.
Okay.
And it is a fine export from the great north of Canada. And it is these two fucking jabronis, Matt and Jay, who are a band called Nirvana the Band. And their dream in life, their goal, is to play a kind of mid-tier, shitty club in Toronto. That's their dream. And so each episode is them concocting a sort of outlandish plan in order to make that happen.
Okay.
With many, many failures along the way. And so it's very mockumentary style. It's very but what is really just insane about this television show is and I'm doing heavy air quotes here, of their license of fair use throughout this. Because every episode, there are a gaggle of references to other things. And these folks, as their characters, are very, stuck in the 90s. They're always, playing, SNES games and N64 games. They have a bunch of VHS tapes. But every episode has, a bajillion references, or even just direct clips from, IP, different media. The intro cards are always, themed to, they totally rip off the Home Alone theme. There's a whole bunch of different ones. But what is beautiful about that is that they're so they've worked in a way that is so narratively important to the story that it is technically fair use. But they're doing shot recreations of certain things in the middle of these goofy hijinks and stories that it's what is going on? And it's really beautiful.
And this was, so we're just now getting this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those things where it was filmed in the aughts?
It was filmed in 2016 and 2017. Oh. There's 2 seasons, but they're very much it's very it feels camcorder-y. It does feel like a certain generation before, right? It was originally, I think, a web series. Then it became a show. in Canada. And then they came out with a movie last year, and I guess Disney Hulu picked it up. So now I guess they're officially Disney princesses, which I think is fabulous.
Nice.
So now it's all come together in the States, at least.
Damn.
These boys are very funny. It's really a show about friendship and also like perception and also like just goofy nonsense, but in a way that's very heartwarming, and how much you can raise the stakes to kind of for this big lofty goal that is really attainable, right? Like kind of a really attainable goal to just like play a gig at this like kind of fine establishment, but it's it's really beautiful how in the ways they try to get there, and it's great.
The idea of it being Nirvana with two ends at the end is very good to me.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay. No, this sounds good. I'm very excited about this. Knowing that it is so much of a, I mean, it makes sense, right? If it was a web series, then you could really pull a lot of those.
Right.
But then you would have to be like, I imagine the conversations with all of the legal teams were like, all right, listen.
Like, again?
If this is going to go on to what ends up being Hulu, we're going to have some serious legal conversations about what this means.
But it's like really impressive because like those conversations had to have happened, and still this made it through.
In there, right? Yeah,
and it's like how like it just really explodes your brain of like, people really push fair use in certain ways, but it's like, oh, this is allowed like in this way. It's nuts.
I always get a giggle over a name like that, like the band, the show, the movie.
Right.
That it's always making me giggle. This sounds cool.
It's fun, yeah, and I'm glad like it's something that's always been like on the radar, but I've never been able to watch it, legally, I guess. And now I'm happy I can because it's really fun, and these guys are just doing so much stuff.
Damn. All right. It sounds recent on. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Hulu, for. I mean, I don't fuck you, Hulu, but like being able to bring light to something.
Mm-hmm.
And allowing other folks to be able to appreciate this art. I always like that. So that's nice. It's not just them, I don't know, taking over another streaming service like that.
Right. For sure.
Which is good.
How are you doing, my dude?
Oh, we're out here. It's smoke season out in these parts. My happy thing is I don't basic this week, but it's true to my soul. I've gotten back into the habit of reading before I go to bed at night. And that's reading is kind of generous, right? Because I'm only getting through a little bit before I fall asleep, which is kind of the point, right? Like, yeah, it's not like reading when I'm like on my couch or something. It's like specifically for the intent of like trying to wind down at night instead of, I don't know, scrolling on TikTok or something.
Sure.
But I do like doing that, and I've gotten back into the habit of doing it, trying to go back through what I already have on like my Kindle and stuff.
Right.
Why I started with Brave New World, I don't want to talk about it.
Sure, yeah.
But it's been a while. I haven't read it since I think college, and I think honestly I chose it just because it was near the top of like what was on my Kindle, and I was like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to read something to start to wind down at night. So I like the habit of doing something. I have to like really choose books that aren't new to me per se, just to like again try to like wind my brain down. Because if it's new stuff, then I'll be those kind of person that's like up late at night. Like it's
totally.
I gotta chill the brain down kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's been good to revisit stuff that I haven't read in a while, but also keeping in mind that it's like if I only get through a couple pages, that's fine. Like it's solely just relax in that, and it's supposed to be calming there. So it's a good practice, which is nice.
Hell yeah. I love that. Yeah, I like there's a good ritualness about it. And I think too it's like it's very underrated of like the just read a couple pages but you do it every day, you know?
Yeah,
Because people will get into like total like reading burnout of just like, oh, I need to like, lock in or whatever.
right.
But it's like if you're just like low and slow, you'll get there. And that's great,
Right. And it's not I have different time again like in the evening where I'm
Right.
reading something
Yeah.
that's new like cuz I'm trying
Mhm.
to actively pay attention during that time. This
Right.
isn't pay attention. This is solely
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
um like the effectively like counting sheep kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it's helpful in that
Mhm.
way. But again, it's like I'm still doing something for my
Mhm.
brain, which is nice, but also not holding myself accountable to like, oh, you have to read 5 pages before you go to bed. Cause like that's not
Right. No, yeah, yeah.
that's not helpful. But it's been good. I like doing it. I like doing it in the morning if I remember, so that I'm not immediately
Mm,
like going straight into dopamine
right.
there too. But again, that's where my brain I love a good dopamine in the morning.
Sure.
So again, it's not the most entertaining thing, but I do like doing it.
Yeah.
And it is something that has brought me joy there.
I love that.
So trying to help my brain as much as
Right.
I can rather than hurting it, even though I
For sure.
do love to do that, I guess.
Right. And you couldn't have picked a better, more calming book to have this journey with.
Yeah. Well, it was on
Hey.
my Kindle. It is one that like it's always and it has been for decades very apropos.
Right.
But it is very much one of those that like I can be very eye glazing. Like it's very
Sure.
easy to just like read and
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
"Ugh." And then I wake up and I'm like, "What the fuck? Hold on, wait." I had the weirdest dreams last night.
Yeah, the sheep I were counting were very dystopian, actually. And that was tough.
And that was tough. Um, I'm I'm so excited about the news that we have today because I
Oh
know
my
we were
God.
just talking about getting an official date
Yeah.
last week about Primetime. So I'm excited that we finally have a trailer.
Dude, this, where were you when this, you know what I mean? Like this,
I woke up my entire neighborhood, I'm pretty sure.
as you should. And we've said it before, but there has been sort of a lost art in terms of trailer editing as of
Mm-hmm.
late, you know? And this really got me back. I was like, okay, I felt like I was watching an episode of Succession. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just so like, oh my God. Because this shit rules. So, so hard. And Robert's voice is terrifying. And
It's
everything
too
about it.
good.
It's
It's
really
too
good.
accurate.
Yeah, I am starting to forget what his actual voice sounds like. You know what I mean? Like it's
I
just
agree.
like he's just weird voice guy now.
I love this arc about him. I think that it's tragically, right? Because we see this with a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
who start their careers young,
Right.
and aren't supported that way. It's very easy for them to either not be supported and burn out when they're young
Mm.
or get absolutely typecast. And I love that he was like, fuck you, I'm Gen Z, I'm going to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be a weird guy, TM.
Mm.
And I love that. I love that he is continuing to reinvent himself and be just a character actor here.
Yeah. He's so good. I was a little, I wouldn't say hesitant, but I was not sure how the tone of this was going to be because obviously of the subject matter, but also of the entire To Catch a Predator's whole deal, right? Like in a
Mm-hmm.
more larger scope of was this net good for society, even if maybe the intentions and maybe what was rooted in those intentions. But seeing him do the fucking like, we're gonna be bigger than Lost I was like, okay, we're in. Like, this is it. This is like, okay, this is the juice. Like, this is actually, we're gonna get into it, And also the reveal that Skylar Gizondo, I don't know how to say this poor boy's name.
My
But
son.
your son, beautiful boy, love him. him being like the decoy, dude, that casting choice is diabolical in
When
a
he
great
tried
way.
to do the like 13-year-old voice.
Oh.
Oh my God.
So we're in for a world of hell, and I'm really excited.
The fact that Phoebe is playing the like hacker character.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Is so funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
But also, because we were talking about this last week, right? That like I was so excited to see Merritt and Rob together. And I falsely, because I didn't want to get my hopes up, I thought it might just be like a two ships in the night kind of thing. But knowing now that it is lead and producer here, and we're going to get them together the whole time, I'm in the theater already. They're telling me to leave.
I've never been more seated.
They're telling me that the Odyssey's still playing and you got to wait a little bit. I'm so excited because that's Merritt's whole shit. Like but I agree with you. I wasn't sure that they might just do propaganda here, right?
Right. Yeah,
and the fact that they're really leaning into we just wanted to feed you entertainment with this. Because that's the whole thing about To Catch a Predator is a lot of them couldn't even get there was no justice for the victims in a lot of these. And I'm very excited that they're leaning into that it was just for the spectacle and not actually to support it. Like it wasn't victim focused at all in this. Fuck. I'm so excited.
The discourse is going to be really bad. It already is. But I don't give a fuck because I see it. I see the vision and I'm locked in.
Well, that's the whole, if you're going to do something like this, you have to, because you can't talk about To Catch a Predator in a positive,
right.
You have to talk about it in the light of like, did someone maybe at the start have a positive intent with it? Sure, maybe.
Right.
But the time that it was coming out, which I'm glad that when they showed the billboard, I was so fucking locked in. You have to talk about it in the context of when it was coming out, which was peak, like, propaganda, peak surveillance state, and it was trying to serve a narrative there and not actually to do anything about it. So like I'm very excited that they're blowing that up there.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait. The part when they had Chris in that bulletproof vest and he was like leaning over all the like screens.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh no.
The amount that I know he studied his voice because it was so I'm very excited. This is one of the ones that he's been great in all of his movies this year, but this is one that locks into a lot of my personal interests and I'm very excited about.
For sure.
Oh, Robert, you menace. Please keep doing all of these.
Oh yeah.
I know that we have been hitting a little bit of a rough spot with some of these episodes. I am curious, given how short the plot section is of this episode.
We were talking a big game last week, but we didn't even realize how worse it can get. Like,
no, we didn't know. We didn't know.
They said, "Fuck this."
How this episode did you?
We're just doing fucking anything, right?
Right.
I will say we got some reprieve in this that I was at least able to distract myself from the rest of this episode with the continued Bonnie gay arc situation, which was great. That was the only good thing, I think, out of this. And even they were fleeting moments, but they were more canon than they had been before, which I appreciated.
They can't even say that we're making it up this time because Mary Louise just said it outright.
Yeah, she's like, "Do you like her?" And Nora's like, "I mean, what if I did? She's beautiful." It's like, okay.
She's beautiful, she's smart, she's loyal. Yeah. That sounds like a yes to me.
That sounds like a yes. I think we should, I don't know, explore each other's bodies a little bit. I don't know. We just like, I don't know. If you're feeling it, I don't know.
They were handing each other Cheetos. Is that not?
Yeah, they had the gayest ass road trip of all time. And handing each other Cheetos. Let's just, I don't know, let's work something out, baby.
Right. I
Everything else can go though. So much of this episode was Fight Club ?
They were throwing spaghetti at the wall
Yeah.
this episode
Mhm.
in a way that I have not seen before. And listen, we were
Yeah.
talking about this last week about the Fast and Furious of it all. And I was like, I
Right.
want to see more of this explored. I'm interested in this world. I didn't mean it like this.
No. I want to see cool car stuff.
Right. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see guts. I don't want to see truly them just throwing bodies at each other. That's not what I meant by this. I don't want to see Damon at his most. I could care less going to Julian and being like, kill me, please, because I don't want to do it myself.
Right.
Damon, sir.
Yeah. He's like, you know what actually would be good for me to get all this punishment and whackings that I deserve, that I feel like because I killed Elena or whatever. What if I just fight these bros, but also they have to fight me and punch me in the face, but also I bring a stake to a fist fight.
Dude,
what happened to the I'm tortured, I deserve this punishment, I need to, I blah 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 blah, and you're gonna fucking stake people? Damon, you're killing a lot of people this episode, so I feel like we need to do a little inner work here, my guy.
This episode starts with him just lying in the road.
He's so unserious.
And he found the nearest guy and was like, because Rick is apparently in, I think, Dallas interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. He's like, so Rick's not around, so I'm just going to find this random guy in the road and talk to him about my problems.
Yeah.
And then once I get a little too vulnerable, I'm just going to kill him and eat him.
That was really funny, though, of being like, hey, can you tell me like the worst thing you've ever done? This poor guy being compelled is like, I ran over my girlfriend's cat and I didn't tell her. And he was like, okay, cool. So I killed the love of my life. I burned her alive when she was in a coma. And he's like, actually, I think I need to go. And he's like, do you want to drive me somewhere, actually? I think we could keep this train rolling all night long. I think we really bonded tonight.
I fully expected Damon in that moment to be like, damn, dog, that was a lot. Like, you
that's
really
too much
fucked
for
up.
me, even, actually. Like, that's fucked up, dude.
It was a lot. Damon is really going through it this episode. And do I blame him? No. It's just, even for him, it's a little on the nose. Because we still don't know if any of it's real.
Right.
I wasn't sure if Tyler was dead last episode. And we find out that he was just unconscious. So we don't know. We don't know if any of it's true. And it would be very accurate if Damon was just like, I'm going to put myself through hell, maybe get myself killed. And Elena wasn't even in North Carolina.
Right. It's like you're actually committing a lot without really knowing.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, like, I know he's feeling things very intensely and he's moving very fast, but it's also like you have been in a state of you don't know what reality is for a long time. So maybe I would just take a step back and be like, I don't know the answers, right? I don't know. I'm actually shit out of luck here. I don't know what I did if I did that. Before you go on a full tirade of like, I need to get divine punishment for my misdeeds. You don't even know if the misdeeds happened, my guy. We don't even know that. It would be crazy if it did. But like I would err on the side of maybe you didn't kill your girlfriend.
It's just, there's a lot that they're just playing fast and loose with, and they're keeping from the audience.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean? The last time that we saw Enzo, Matt had like sold him out to who knows who the fuck it was.
Fucking cops, man.
Right. And then we just see him all of a sudden, and he's the one, he's like A from Pretty Little Liars. He's the one who's been sending those notes, the Huntress notes. And it was solely so that he could find the Huntress, whose name is Reina Cruz.
Sure.
This woman's been alive for hundreds of years, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it was all just a ploy to kill her, but she's not dead.
Right. She's actually a very slay older woman in the hospital.
Yeah.
hanging out.
Who, like, within seconds got Bonnie
Yeah.
alone and almost killed her.
Right. Because she's also not vulnerable to witch magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which which Nora and Mary Louise didn't know.
Right.
What
Bonnie
what
reasonably
all do you
pissed at
know?
being like, hey, I almost fucking died in there. What the fuck was that, guys? He set me up. Like, that's crazy.
I don't know, man. They just keep talking about this woman. Valerie's scared of her. Julian's scared of her. Everyone's scared of her, but nobody knows what she's resistant to, what she's weak to.
Right.
Except for apparently Enzo.
Sure. I mean, hey, who among us, right?
He just came out of the fucking woodwork, saved Bonnie's life, and was like, so anyway, got a blast.
Right. My job here is done. I'll see you in a couple episodes. All right. I'm out of here.
What the fuck? I don't understand. I'm very confused by it. They need to start telling the audience some of this information, because I should not be lost. I'm watching everyone. I've taken notes on every single episode so far.
Yeah.
I don't. What the fuck?
Meanwhile,
also
surprise, Caroline's pregnancy is having trouble.
Motherfucker.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought there'd be magical complications to a magical pregnancy, right?
All this woman wants is to eat waffle fries and get through this pregnancy that she didn't ask for and didn't even get to have sex for. And then she takes one bite of a waffle fry and drops.
Comatose. Just out.
Only to find out that just like Renesmee, these babies are siphoning her magic out of her. What the fuck? You can't just take the vampire powers out of her. That's not cool.
Hey, can we be cool? Can we be chill? Vampire twins? Or fucking bewitched coven twins? What is going on here? I'm scared.
Valerie just coming in and being
out.
like, oh yeah, so they were doing it super slowly before, but now they're growing, so it's going to be stronger. Hello?
Hey, you know how I put these magical babies inside of you without really your consent or any say? They've actually been just weakening you crazy style and taking all your vampire juice. So have fun.
It's nasty work.
God damn.
Because the doctor, I mean, bless that doctor's heart, but the doctor was like, oh yeah, she was fine. Her blood pressure just dropped momentarily. And then we go in and look and she's like turning into fucking stone. That's not fine.
Hey, I don't think that's even just a little look-see would prove that maybe that's not the case.
I thought doctors did like a physical exam. Would you not be able to tell that one of her hands is turning gray?
Right. Your labs look normal. But you do look like a rock, and I think, but the labs are fine, so I don't know what to do here. You're good. You're normal. Everything's fine.
I did think it was nice. Valerie did try. She was like, oh, well, I am going to get you a talisman.
Sure.
We're going to figure this out. She didn't have to do that, but I did think it was nice. And then it got worse. So, girl, whose side are you on?
I feel like you're being a really bad godparent right now.
Right.
Situation. You're really not helping this come to fruition.
I don't know, man. I think that's very scary. That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
And also, Rick is who knows where, and is not apprised of what's going on. So that's not that's not good either.
Rick not beating the deadbeat allegations once again. Just fucking out of here.
The one time that he even cares about his job.
Yeah.
And now he's also away when shit's getting real. That's not good either. Dude, figure it out.
Come on, man. Like, I know this isn't true because we see in the flash forward that he does have the kids, but like everything we're seeing now is leading me to believe that Caroline's gonna have these babies and he is out. He's gone.
No, for real.
I know that's not what happens, but like he's not really being It's hard to give them the benefit of the doubt, to see that come to fruition there.
It wouldn't surprise me that Rick would be like, oh, okay, so everything's good. I'm just going to go start over.
Right.
And that's not what we're seeing, but it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
The thing that I wasn't sure who the Huntress was going to end up being. But now I'm almost even more mad because the cop, Penny, I think her name was, or Peggy, now she's just a character for Matt to entertain. Like, it's just another person to find out what's going on in Mystic Falls. So I'm like, this has nothing to do with what's going on in the future to like help the Huntress. You're just another character.
Now it seems like she's gonna be the girlfriend that gets killed or whatever that Matt gets upset about, being like, I used to have a family too or whatever. And it's like, okay, buddy. So it's like, cool. It's just a female character that's just gonna die in X amount of time that we know nothing about really, besides that she's a girl cop. And like, that's cool. And Matt keeps trying to be like mansplaining the supernatural to her.
God.
In a way that is just like, listen, if you're gonna be a cop in Mystic Falls, you gotta have wooden bullets. And it's like, all right, fucking just relax.
She's from like the next town over, my guy.
Right. Surely things have crossed, the border in that way. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's some information going around, being like, people say I should leave, but like, this is the only constant that I have. And like, once like your third eye is open and the supernatural is real, like there's nowhere to hide. It's like, all right, buddy, like this is stupid. This is so dumb.
And I can pretend, right, that like, sure, people in that town have been compelled, right, to not know what's going on. But you want me to fucking believe that everything that's been going on has stopped at the line of Mystic Falls. There have been no suspicious deaths in that town or that county over.
Right. We keep this in state lines. We keep this in county lines. Like, what?
That's absurd to me. That does not make logical sense that all of these creatures would be paying attention to like arbitrary lines there. And also that this person wouldn't not just like logically be aware at some point that like the vampires even if they don't exist in like the real world would know that like what a vampire is, like would see those teeth and be like, a vampire?
For sure. And even too, like, I don't remember if it was last episode or the episode before, but she brought up the Cop Academy graduation and was like, that was pretty nuts. And it's like, are we supposed to believe that she was like, that's crazy, they all just killed themselves immediately on the spot? You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a little bit of suspicion of like 90 people dying in one fell swoop. Maybe something else was going on.
Yeah, people outside of Mystic Falls know that a lot of weird stuff has happened. And even if the general consensus is like they've been chalked up to, I think the news has always had gas leaks or...
Sure.
If there's always been like an explanation, in theory, someone would be like, hey, it's weird that a lot of fuck shit happens in Mystic Falls, right?
Right. Just in general,
Right. So it wouldn't surprise me that someone would see a creature like that and be like, oh, okay, so that explains it. Like,
yeah.
It was wild, though, that he was finally like, oh, yes, there's another normie that was like me, and I get to explain it all. And not like, oh, okay, all right, Matt. So, sure. The only thing that we know about this person now is girl cop. And that presumably she's not going to make it. And that's what turns Matt to working. I don't know that, based on this episode's future... Yeah. He's not necessarily working for her, but he got like, I don't know, into it somehow. Because he was like, am I done now? Like, he got into it somehow. But watching him stab Stefan in the future with that, presumably Vervain, was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Stefan was also, as usual, not useful this episode.
only causing more problems, really, like across the board.
He wasn't helpful with Caroline.
No.
He didn't even know that Damon was causing issues with Julian.
Yeah.
Valerie had to be the one to tell him about that.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up. He showed up like a girlfriend in a movie to Damon and was like, "Don't do this, Damon. Stop.
Please. This isn't you, Damon.
Run, stop.
What's going on?"
Yeah. And so that wasn't great. The only thing that he really did, he socked the shit out of Damon when he found out about Elena. Mm-hmm. So that was something. And then he did, I will give him this. He did kill Julian. So
yeah.
And that was pretty gnarly.
Slick. It was pretty gnarly. We also, through his conversation with Damon, because Damon's like, I'm just tortured and I just need to, like, whatever. And he's talking about, like, if he's going to turn his humanity off. And we get a great line reading from Damon that's like, I'm not going to flip my switch. Flip my switch, okay? Like, I just need to feel all of this, all of it, all the time. Okay?
God.
He's like, damn, all right, drama queen, relax. That's supposed to be me in this dynamic, but okay.
It's just, can y'all just chill out for 2 seconds?
Yeah.
It's just, cool it, okay?
Right, relax, okay.
And I know that what they were trying to do with that. I don't even know that we got the character's name. That woman at Fight Club, because she was trying to look like Elena, right?
Right.
But the thing that confused me was at the end, and maybe it was just another hallucination of Damon, I don't know. But how the fuck did she get into Tyler's house? I thought you had to be invited in.
We're losing the text. We're losing the...
I thought that was like the integral... That's a load-bearing piece of lore here.
Right.
Do they not have
zone?
Did they just not have that in this house? Because that feels wild. I'm confused. I'm confusion. What do you mean?
We can't operate in a world where Damon has carte blanche entry into every home in this town. That can't be how we move this way.
I mean, I know Damon and Stefan have been living in Tyler's house. Like, that's been the thing. But what do you mean that woman just, like, showed up there? Because I thought that was the whole thing, is that, like, new vampires can't just go into people's homes. They have to be invited in. So, is that allowed?
Does Damon by proxy have invitee, like, parameters? Like, what do you mean? Like, he can't be like, okay, also you come on in here.
Right.
Because that's a dangerous web if that's how this is playing out. You know what I mean? Like, anyone who's in there and also can go in there.
That's what made me think that it was a hallucination. Because if they don't have the ward, if that's not true anymore, then that's bonkers. Because this is still kind of like Julian's town, so that would be silly. Or that made me think that Tyler was dead, and I was like, well, that's not true, because he said at the beginning that Tyler was just unconscious. And then I was like, oh, well, then maybe she's just a figment of his imagination, because why wasn't she at the doorway to begin with?
Right.
Whatever. It's silly, but this whole episode is just kind of silly.
Yeah.
It did seem, though, one of the positives of this was that it seemed like Mary Louise and Nora did kind of make up.
They worked it out in the remix. They said they're a good team. Pretty cute.
I knew they weren't going to fight for too long, just because it's just not good for story reasons, you know?
Right.
But I did think there was a line Mary Louise said at one point. She was like, you all are just going to talk about your schoolwork from this, like, second-rate college or something.
Right. Yeah.
And she wasn't wrong, but I did think it was funny.
Yeah. And now we just got to open the doors of our hearts and minds to a throuple, and then we're back in business.
What I would give.
We don't have to just have the two lesbians. We can have more, you know? We can all be happy here.
It would be beautiful. They were
Cowards.
true. They were a powerhouse this episode. It would be great.
Yeah. They get shit done.
They do get shit done. When
Yeah.
they walked in there and they were like, we're authorized personnel. We're just gonna
Ugh.
walk through. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
There'd
And when
be-
Bonnie has an apt scheming partner, that is when stuff is good, you know? Because
Absolutely.
she just wants to scheme. She wants to get in there. Nothing crazy, but like she wants to like get in the mud a little bit, you know? And usually all the people that are accomplices with her have rocks for brains. So it's not really helpful, you know?
No.
But now we're cooking. This is a good link up of people.
And they would be equally sharing magic, so she wouldn't be overloaded and tired all
Right.
the time, and it would be great.
Who would have thought having more than just one siphon of magic for all of the problems these fucking chucklefucks have every day of their lives? It's pretty good, you know? And share our resources, share the wealth, you know?
Turns out when you have more than one magic user, then you don't lead to Bonnie having nosebleeds all the time and going dark side. It's almost kind of helpful, you know?
Yeah.
The thing that and I know that they're going to explain it a little bit more, but they just keep throwing out these words that like the heretics obviously know, but we don't know yet. They just said everlasting at one point this episode. Like we're supposed to know what that is.
You know, our favorite thing that we definitely know what it is and what it means.
Y'all need to just don't play in my face like that. It pisses me off. And it really annoys me. Because what does that mean?
You can't introduce like keywords as if they're commonplace.
The
when
only
they're
one
not.
that I know is Tuck Everlasting. So what does that mean to you? You need to define stuff like that. I don't know. It was fine. I'm glad that Julian seems gone this time, like for good this time.
Yeah.
Which is nice. But I don't
kind
know.
of unceremoniously, if we're thinking
well,
about
because
it.
no one saw.
Right.
No one saw him there. But Stefan was just tired of it. He was like, I'm tired of all the fuck shit that you're doing.
Right.
I'm tired of what you're doing in my town. I'm pissed off.
We actually don't have to keep this going. I can just do this. And you know what? He did. So good for him.
I don't know how much it's going to solve beyond just the town, but good on them, because we saw just a little bit of it, that he was bringing in townspeople and like giving their homes over to his like cronies, which is nasty work on there. But I don't know where we go from now, because next episode is titled This Woman's Work, which I imagine we're going to get a little bit more context on the Huntress.
Sure.
Hopefully a little bit more context on Caroline as well.
Yeah. Can anyone please check on Caroline?
Can someone
I'm
please?
nervous.
And then I want to know what Enzo's been scheming, because we're not seeing it on camera.
Yeah.
So what the hell has he been up to?
Mm-hmm.
But who's to say as well? But we're closer to the end of the season than we are at the start. So that's a win.
The bar is so low. We still have like so much more.
This is
like
the first episode that I have personally seen on this wiki that just doesn't have a plot section.
You said enough. Nope. Not worth my time, not worth anyone's time.
I don't remember every single one from, especially like the earlier seasons, but I don't remember there just not being a plot section at all.
You don't need to know. It's best that you don't.
That's some wild stuff. They really said you can just skip this one, actually. We have some amazing patrons to thank. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lotner.
Ooh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to Vivi Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ooh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Daniel Burke.
Ooh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Pew, 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 pew. Thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily O'Zara.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivashkov.
Ow.
So I have a fan fiction for you this week.
Hell
This
yeah.
is unfortunately an intersection of my interests. This is by the author June and Yoon, and it is
Okay.
titled Crush.
Yeah.
The summary of this is, Sam Winchester has been having dreams about a vampire. With Dean and Cass trapped in purgatory, Sam has never felt more alone. While investigating a string of strange deaths in Mystic Falls, he crosses paths with Damon Salvatore. He's charming, dangerous, and far too interested in the hunter passing through town. Damon claims he can help Sam track down the vampire responsible for the killings. Sam doesn't trust him. He probably shouldn't, because the most dangerous thing about Damon Salvatore might not be what he is. It's how much Sam is starting to want him. And this is... it is over 44,000 words, my friends.
Jesus. Hell yeah.
So, if you want to see the most obvious pairing I've ever seen in my entire life,
For sure.
please enjoy.
Yeah. I applaud the restraint for not having a supernatural one come through the mix.
This was at the top.
Time.
I always go by what's at the top of like when it was either like published or updated on AO3. So that's not me. That's the AO3 gods.
That's the people speaking. Okay?
That's the people.
For sure. Yeah.
But I'm surprised that it hasn't come through on here because that, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, those two that's really obvious to me on there.
Right.
But no, it's not me. I let fate decide.
Absolutely.
On there. Well, friends, tell your friends about the show. I'm very excited to go explore this menace on Hulu this week. Tell your family about the show. Tell your neighbors about the show. Ask them if they've seen the trailer of Primetime. And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.